Okay, just sitting here, we're getting ready to leave. It's Monday, tomorrow will be our first feeding day. Mark was returning the lighter to a woman that we borrowed it from in order to light the stove. So he's got to get one more fitting for the water over there to go into the tank. And tomorrow we're going to be making homemade fruit juice or compote. It's out of grapes that another organization is giving us. So we have these 4 benches here. They're from our pavilion, and we'll see how they work out, and then Mark might just build some more because they're pretty easy to build. These are painted to match our pavilion. But anyway, and a couple tables, and we've got the tabletop on top of the pallets there, and they'll walk between the pallet and the wall. And then he finished putting up these pallets. They're thinner here because we don't want people hanging out there. So people will come through there, and whoever is going to give the gospel message will probably be sitting about where I am so that they can speak to everybody who's in line on out through there. And we'll curl the line back toward us, maybe have them sit on the benches while the presentation goes on. So anyway, we're all kind of set up for tomorrow, and
Увага! Відбій повітряної тривоги.
And here's the table where we'll serve. So first thing will be spoon and napkin and bread, and then we'll have a buckwheat that's put into a cup, and then the soup will be down here on the end. So this will be completely blocked off so they can't get behind us. That was one of the difficulties sometimes feeding outside, is they would find their way back behind us, between us and the van. There wasn't much space. And when they're behind us, we don't know what they're doing. So anyway, coming around here into the kitchen, Mark is working on the stove. He got it hooked up to the propane, which is this red tank right there. And he's kind of testing out the burners and making sure that the flow is not too high and all that. We thought it was electric start, but it wasn't, so that's why he was downstairs borrowing a lighter from somebody.
It's pilot light-less. So basically, there's a little heat element here that when the fire's on, it heats up and it allows the gas to flow through properly so that it'll burn. But when it's cold, you have to push the knob in, let it start with a match, let it get heated up just a few seconds, and then you can let it back out, kind of like a pilot light on the stove, but there is no pilot light.
Mm-hmm. So we brought one of our extra metal tables here. It used to be on the left side of the dishwashing station, but when we got the dishwasher 2 years ago, we moved it out. So we've got a table already. And here's another set of filters. And the water will go into the big soup pot that we'll hopefully buy. It'll go right there, and then to fill big pots on the stove. And so we've got this small table in the middle right now. We're just kind of getting the feel for everything, and then we'll probably buy some other metal tables.
So it will cook, but we have to, I had to light each one individually, and of course it's got to be individual, but the one in the middle I tried to light and it wouldn't light for some reason. I'm not exactly sure. It probably needs an adjustment somewhere. But it'll cook soup because we typically put it full blast or down to almost nothing. And there's no leaks of propane, so this is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
We're going to come in here tomorrow. We're going to cook soup. We're going to boil water for tea, cook compote, grapes, and buckwheat. Mm-hmm. And through that, we're going to prepare things. There'll be chicken that I'm going to fry in a frying pan for the soup. So everything will be cooked, but I'll still have to get some adjustments on this oven. Mm-hmm. Seems like it's all the flame or no flame. Mm-hmm. Either one, and there should be an adjustment in there somehow to regulate the heat, but it'll cook.
It'll cook.
Which is what we're after.
And it took him a while to get it leveled because the floor is all slanted because they were washing vehicles in here and be able to rinse everything off. And I put the table beside it and had to do the same thing. The legs on the far left are out as far as they can be, and the ones on the right are in.
I had to put a small piece of wood underneath the feet on this end.
On the left side, yeah.
You know.
So we've still got to get our door up, but that's not a real big thing. And we'll get some metal tables in here and a couple other things. And we've brought more things home from the rehabilitation center. Let me show you our storage here. So we've got our aprons here that we will wear when we serve in. We've got aprons for cooking and some of the kitchen boas that my aunt did. We've still got a bunch of tools here. We brought our big pots because we're not really using them at home, especially not with 2 guys. And we're just starting to stack up on some of the supplies. And then we also brought some of our barrels. The 2 white ones are empty. This one has buckwheat in it, and then these are empty. Sometimes we use them for serving the pasta. So we're getting things together. We still need a couple shelves, probably one out here on this wall, so that we can have a lot of our serving utensils and stuff out here. But still a lot to go, but we're getting ready for our first feeding tomorrow, so we're excited about that. All right, keep us in prayer.